Good morning! It is April 14th at 12 p.m. I have been up and just running around. I had a meeting. We just finished. I'm heading over to send something out UPS and then I'm gonna look for a florist. I want to get some really cute flowers to shoot my little stationery, my postcards and stuff, so I can start putting that up on Etsy because I just haven't had the time. Having a cold and then just this past week was just super busy, so now I really want to focus on this. So I've been googling florists, but a lot of them seem like they're either delivery or for weddings. But I just want to buy like some really cute peonies or some like green things. Yeah. I'm on the hunt for great flowers. Where should I go in LA? Don't know. I do know that there's this one spot up on Western called My Secret Garden or something like that. So maybe I'll check that place out. I remember they had some really pretty flowers. Got some pretty flowers. Look at how pretty. They get their peonies tomorrow morning, so I might have to make another stop. Hi everyone, so I'm back home, and since I got a lot of Q&As, I thought I would just do it here and then call it a video. I'm gonna try to pull a Casey Neistat. If you've been watching his vlogs, he's been doing a lot of just one thing in his video, and then it sort of goes throughout his day. So I thought I'd give it a try, and that way maybe I can edit it quicker and post it up to you first thing tomorrow morning. Thank you guys so much for all your questions. It was pretty amazing to get them. I didn't think anyone would reply. The first question comes from Brian Loves MBA. He says, have you visited any stores or restaurants inside the LAX? I have, but unfortunately, whenever I go to LAX, I'm usually going on a midnight flight to fly to Japan because I like to fly into Haneda, and that's usually an overnight flight. So when I do go, I really love that they have the Lemonade restaurant or cafe in there. I usually stop there, grab some food and a lemonade, and then I go back and wait to board my flight. I know that they have Ron Herman and all those other boutiques, but I haven't been able to go in because it's always closed at night. So yeah, I haven't been to that many LA stores. I've seen them, just haven't been in them. Next question comes from Ninten70. Hi, thanks for always commenting on my videos. His question is, are you planning to do a live stream on Periscope in the near future? And this goes to yesterday's video where I was asking you guys if you use Periscope or Meerkat. Apparently you like Periscope, I see. But I do want to do a live stream. I've never tried it out and I really want to, and I'd rather, you know, interact with you guys. So let me know what you want to use, if it's Periscope or Meerkat, and then I can figure out a schedule, and then I can put in when I'll be doing it so you guys can all be chimed in. Next question is from Mia Angelis. Is what type of dogs do you have and where did you get them? I have two dogs. One is a Pomeranian mix and one is a long coat Chihuahua. The long coat Chihuahua is older. She just turned 10 and her name is Coco. I got her as a gift from, I guess, someone who knew who I was. He was a chef at a sushi spot downtown and he knew who I was. He asked me to name his dog, and this is the first time I've ever met him. And he described the dog, so I said, why don't you name her Penny? And then a year later when I went by, he comes up to me and he says, hey, Penny had some puppies and I want to give you a puppy. And that's how Coco came about. And then with Vincent, he's a Pomeranian mix and he's still a baby. He's 6 going on 7 soon. With him too, my friend, her dog had puppies and her mom was like, hey, if I don't get rid of these puppies and she's gonna go put them in the shelter. And I was like, no effing way, I will take a dog. And I didn't know which one I was gonna get. I didn't get to pick or anything. I met her at a parking lot and she handed me like this little black small fuzzy thing, and that's how Vincent came into our lives. So I have never purchased a dog. The only one time that I did, it was from a shelter, so all I really paid was for his shots. But other than that, they have all been gifts. I've been very, very grateful to have furry friends as gifts. Next question is from Eliza Veda Zenova. Would you ever consider living in another city in the US? Where and why? You know, I kind of thought of that because LA is just so expensive, and then the whole drought thing. I thought that maybe I could live in Portland. I know it sounds so hipster and so like trendy, but when I went to Portland, I just loved it. I loved all the green. I loved the way that everyone was passionate about something. I loved how they were a little bit quirky. The air just seemed so clean. So I thought I could possibly live in Portland. And I love San Francisco. I love it so much. If it wasn't so cold, definitely moving to San Francisco would be ideal. Next question from Kaymon17. Hello. Have you ever taken an art class before? I have only taken art classes at school, so nothing special, but I was always drawing growing up, and my dad always drew and my mom always drew, so I think it's always kind of been in the blood. When there were times that I didn't have anything to do at home, my mom and dad would usually give me a pen and paper, and I would just scribble away. So I remember that all the time. They always carried a pen and a piece of paper so that I can just entertain myself. And yeah, I did a lot of that while my brother was playing Game Boy and that kind of thing. So no art classes, but definitely a lover of art. From Emily Chia, will you be coming to Singapore? Singapore! I would love to go to Singapore, but unfortunately I don't have anything planned. Maybe one day soon. That would be amazing. Singapore sounds amazing. When I do, I will let you know. Next question comes from Bree Alexandria. Hi, Bree. Question 1. I'm currently a fashion merchandising student and hopes to become a buyer one day. How did you start your career in the fashion industry? I originally wanted to be a clothing designer, but when I first moved here, since I didn't have any know-how of how to do anything, I went to work for a friend at the time, still friends, acquaintances. She was the owner of Fred Segal Fun, so I kind of started off as a translator, then helping out in the office, and then one day I was like, hey, I really want to be a designer, would you take a look at my designs? She did, she liked it, and she gave me a clothing line to work on, and that's how it all happened. After that, I branched out, did my own thing, and started my own clothing line, and did that for a few years, but then kind of went down when the economy went down, so I started attending buyers, and I attend a lot of buyers in Japan. So that's how I started. And she says, question number 2 is there anything that you know now about being a buyer or just in the industry in general that you wish you could have known when you started? Yes. If I knew that there were internships for anything in the fashion industry, I would definitely have tried that beforehand, just to get to know it. If you want to be a buyer, then maybe you can assist a buyer of a local boutique, or maybe you can do an internship at a showroom. Depends on where you're at and what is around you, but I would definitely look into internships because you can kind of step inside that industry and see if you like it or not, because sometimes you'll go in it and it's not what you think, because clothing design is not glamorous, production not glamorous, shipping out not glamorous. It's not as sparkly and pretty that everyone thinks. It's a lot of hard work and a lot of negotiating and just a lot of things that go into it. So internships and yeah, try to do as much as you can. So Brie, if you want to be a buyer for your own store, then that's also another thing you want to look into, because having your own store has a lot of ups and downs and a lot of paperwork and all that you would have to look into. If you're going to be a buyer for a company, then that means you're going to be working with other people and understanding the way that they want to do things, and it's a lot of teamwork. So yeah, it depends on what you're wanting to do, but definitely try it. That's what I would say. Question from Jenny. How tall are you? I am 5'3". I'm not very tall. I'm not very skinny. Just an average, small-ish person. I have 3 last questions and they are in Japanese. So I'm gonna reply in Japanese, but I'm planning to put subtitles on the bottom. So let's try this out. Question from Ame Amo. AME AMO. Hi. She says, what is your favorite iPhone application or app? So, 質問がフリちゃんのおすすめの iPhone アプリはありますか？はい、あります。それは最近使っている Snapchat。多分日本ではそんな有名ではないんですけど、なんか Snapchat の現実的、ちょっとリアルな感じのスナップが、なんかその好きな人をフォローして、その人の生活感とかがなんとなく見れるからすごく好きで、私もたまにアップしてます。それとか、写真の編集するには、アフターライトっていうアプリはいつも使ってますね。なんかみんな VSCOCAM とか使ったりしてるんですけど、私はアフターライトのアプリとっても気に入ってます。Sarah Powder Snow. Her question is, if you could travel anywhere, where would it be? 質問は今すぐ海外行けるとしたら行ってみたい国はどこですか？それは多分ギリシャとかなんかそういう海があって岩があってちょっと外れた島とかそういうとこに行ってみたいですね。なんか太陽を浴びながらとってもゆっくりな生活を1週間でも3日間でも過ごしてみたいです。今のとこはそこ。でも遊びでフランスとかロンドンとかも行きたいので、まあヨーロッパ系ですね。行けたらヨーロッパに行きたいです。And the last question comes from Mina Puglove. Her question is, I just came out with my own watches and I collaborated with a Japanese company called Maruzeki and it finally came out. They're selling it in Japan and China. Unfortunately not in the US yet. I am working on it. But she asks which watch should she get. So, since I have both of them here, みーなちゃんからの質問はフリちゃんがデザインした時計のことで質問です。かっこよくて欲しいなと思って悩んでます。ブラックがキャメル。両方素敵だし合わせやすいのでどっちがいいかな悩んでます。So こんな感じで来ます。こういう箱にブーケラブの箱に来て時計がこんな感じです。で今はその2種類ブラックとキャラメルなんですけど、私は個人的に肌の色に合うのがブラック。私もともと1種類しか作りたくなかったんだけど、でもね、みんなブラックゴールドじゃないかもしれないので、だからこういうキャラメルとゴールドの組み合わせ。でもこっちはどっちかっていうとなんかつけてる感じがしないかなと思って、あとゴールドのブレスレットと合わせやすいかなと思ってこの色を選びました。でこっちはどっちかっていうともうちょっと目立ちたい時計をつけていますっていう感じかなっていうことででも両方とも可愛いよね裏にメッセージも書いてありますし、本当にアクセサリー感覚として使えるので、わざとここにゴールドのものをつけて重みをつけてあるから通しやすいし、なんかまたワンポイントとして見えるので、はい、黒かわいいですよね。いやでも両方ともかわいいのでどれを買いますか？もし買ったら買った色教えてください。Alright, so those were all my questions for today. Alright, so those were all my questions for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it and it wasn't too long. Thank you guys so much for all those questions. It's amazing to hear from you and I'm glad I get to reply to you back. So yeah, let me know about Meerkat or Periscope and thank you guys so much for watching my vlog every day. I will have a makeup video or something in the very near future. I just need to edit it and I'm so grateful for you guys. Thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And if you like the video, thumbs up it and I will see you tomorrow. So Bye! Have a good night!